Okay, this is our daily study of the Mishnah Pirkei Avot, Ethics of the Fathers. For those who have yard site for tonight, the 4th of Tammuz, Isidore Block, William Himmelstein, Rita Hersikorn, Henry Koppel, Seth Rich, and Irene Tave. May their memory be for a blessing. A link to the text of the Mishnah will be in the first comment below. We are up to chapter 4, Mishnah 9. Rabbi Yonasan Omer, Kol hamakayim es-Torah me'oni, sofa l'kaima me'osher, v'chol hamavatol es-Torah me'osher, sofa l'vatla me'oni. So Rabbi Yonatan said, he who fulfills the Torah in poverty will in the end fulfill it in wealth, and whoever neglects the Torah in wealth will in the end neglect it in poverty. So the Kahati brings up what I've been bringing up in all these Mishnahs, which seem to present a rosy view of the world, that if you keep the Torah, you will be rich and prosperous, and if you are a sinner, you'll be punished. And all the commentaries say, and yet we see with our own eyes, that's not how the world works. Unfortunately, plenty of sinners who are wealthy, and plenty of pious people who don't do well, who suffer. So a lot of different ways to approach this. One is that it's sort of, the Kahati quotes, it could be sort of a metaphor that whoever fulfills the Torah in poverty is demonstrating that they would do it even if, certainly if they were wealthy, because no matter what their position, they're willing to make sacrifice for it. And whoever doesn't, fulfills the Torah could mean study it or act according to it. But whoever doesn't live a life of consistent with Torah, even if they're wealthy, wouldn't do it even if they were poor. Okay, that's one explanation. No matter what your class, you're showing your character, which would be consistent regardless. But I really like the explanation of the Sfas Emes, this brilliant explanation that, okay, so whoever fulfills the Torah in poverty will in the end fulfill it in wealth. Well, for here, you have to cross-reference what the word wealth means. It doesn't necessarily mean financial wealth, because we had earlier in Pirkei Avot the statement of Ben Zoma in the beginning of this chapter, in those chapter 4, Mishnah 1, the very first Mishnah of the chapter, Ezahu Ashir HaSameach B'Chalko. Who is rich? He who is happy with his portion, with his lot in life. That's what makes you rich. So you cross-reference that to this Mishnah. Whoever fulfills the Torah in poverty will in the end fulfill it in wealth. Well, what does wealth mean? He who is happy with his lot. So if you fulfill the Torah while poor, you live a life of Torah and a life of meaning and a life of values, in the end, you will become wealthy in that you will be happy with what you have, not necessarily financially wealthy. Really brilliant. Is it the plain meaning of the Mishnah? Not necessarily, but it's a nice interpretation. And similarly, whoever is rich and doesn't lead a life of Torah will in the end become poor, not necessarily financially, but in the sense of he will not be happy with his lot, his life won't have meaning, it'll only be about materialism, and it won't be a life of meaning. So the brilliant explanation of the Gerer Rebbe, Rabbi Alter, Hasidic sect Gur, the Sfas Emes. Okay, so with that we can say the Malay. El Malay Rachamim Shochein Bamiromim Hamitzay Menucha Nachon Al Kanfei HaShechina B'Malos Kedoshim Tahorim Kizor Harakia Mazhirim Es Nishmos Kol HaSkaros Shal HaLayla Shalchu Li Olamam Ba'avur Shemispalim Ba'ad HaSkaras Nishmasam V'Gan Eden Tehei Menuchasam L'chein Bal HaRachamim Yastireim B'Seiser Kenafav Li Olamim Yitzror B'Tzor HaChaim Es Nishmasam Adonai Nachlasam Yanuchu B'Shalom Mishkvasam and Omar Amen. And in English, O God, full of mercy, who dwells on high, grant proper rest in the wings of your presence, the lofty levels of the holy and pure, who shine like the glow of the firmament. For the souls of Isidore Block, William Himmelstein, Rita Hersikorn, Henry Koppel, Seth Rich, and Irene Tave, in whose memory we study and pray, may their resting place be in the Garden of Eden. Therefore, may the Master of Mercy shelter them in the shelter of his wings for eternity. May he bind their soul in the bond of life. Hashem is their heritage. May they rest in peace. And let us say Amen.